Terrified of dying with a full bank account but a completely empty life?
Well, yeah, but society teaches us to save everything for the end.
That is the ultimate trap. Let's dive into this explainer and wake you up. Here comes the crazy part. Saving for retirement often guarantees you can't enjoy it.
Nonsense. A dollar spends exactly the same whether you're 30 or 80.
Wrong. What good is massive wealth without the health to enjoy it? Meet John and Aaron. 35, successful, diligently saving for a long future.
Sounds like the classic American dream. What could possibly go wrong?
John got a baseball-sized tumor. 3 months later, he died. Time isn't infinite. Most people hoard cash like they're playing a game of Space Invaders. But hoarding cash brings security. You literally need the high score to win.
You get 0 bonus points at death. Blind hoarding means you lose at living.
Let's shift your mindset entirely. Money is simply paper traded for your existence. Traded for my existence? That's extreme. Money buys things. It doesn't buy life. Incorrect. Money represents life energy. It's finite, irreplaceable hours you spend working. Earning money literally drains your finite life energy forever. It is a strict trade.
So every single dollar I earn actually costs me a piece of my life.
Exactly. Is that extra office hour really worth burning your precious life energy? A lot of people get this wrong. Does a 70 grand salary make you richer? Obviously, 70 is bigger than 40. That is just basic, undeniable math. Not if that salary steals your life with brutal stress and zero freedom. The author learned this the hard way. He proudly saved $1,000 early.
That's smart. Building an emergency fund is personal finance 101, right?
No. His boss literally looked at him and asked, "Are you an idiot?" His starting salary was only 18 grand. He was literally starving himself. But why is saving $1,000 when you are broke a bad thing? Because he was robbing his hungry younger self to feed his richer older self. Enter consumption smoothing, the ultimate financial hack for maximizing your life's joy. Sounds like boring accounting jargon. How does that actually fix my life? It means intentionally moving money from your wealthy years to your poorer years. I know what you're thinking. If I spend everything now, I'll definitely go broke.
Exactly. Experiences are great, but paying rent actually keeps you off the streets.
Let me tell you about Jason. He desperately wanted a European trip at 20. Jason had zero cash, so he borrowed 10 grand from a literal loan shark.
A loan shark? That's insane. He risked broken legs for a simple vacation.
Sounds totally crazy, but he backpacked Europe for 3 months. Best decision ever. Despite insane interest rates, Jason's investments in that specific experience paid off forever.
Wait, how can crushing loan shark debt ever be considered a good investment?
Because he bought the experience at the exact right age. The returns were incalculable. This proves why timing is everything. Experiences have incredibly strict expiration dates.
Yeah, my grandpa isn't exactly backpacking through the streets of Prague right now.
Exactly. Gelato at 10, backpacking at 25, climbing Spanish steps at 90? Impossible. Will you honestly even tolerate sleeping in a dirty hostel by age 30? No way! My back hurts just thinking about those terrible bunk beds. Delaying an experience destroys it. Your physical tolerance shrinks drastically as you age. Here is the crucial point. Experiences are not just fleeting, temporary little moments. But once the trip is over, the money is gone forever, right? Wrong. Experiences pay memory dividends. They actively compound in value over your entire life. You don't just retire on a pile of cash. You literally retire on memories. Memories don't pay medical bills, though. How does this help me at 80? The author's fragile, dying father couldn't travel. He just happily relived the Rose Bowl. Physical decline eventually leaves you with absolutely nothing but your banked experiences.
So if I hoard cash but skip living, I'll be rich but totally empty.
Exactly. The actual business of life is simply the acquisition of memories. Remember the fable? The grasshopper plays and starves. The ant works and saves. The ant is the obvious hero. He survives the winter because he was responsible. But ask yourself this, when does that diligent ant stop working and start living? Stop hoarding blindly. Invest early. Categorize your time and account for declining health. So I need to completely rescue my life from being on mindless autopilot. Exactly. Stop playing it safe. Follow these mentor rules to start actually living today. The ultimate goal of your life should literally be to die with exactly $0. Die with zero? That goes against absolutely everything I have ever been taught. Are you saving for a future you won't be alive to enjoy? Wake up.